Okay, so welcome to a new video, new week, so new opportunities. Let's have a look at the current chart. We are still in this bigger range with our range high, range low, and then we can see that price is currently hovering above the mid-range in a premium section of the range. So generally a place you want to look for short triggers, or at least not get too excited in longs here, because we are at extreme premium levels. If we look at the volume profile, then we can see that it's shaping up pretty nicely for a good range. You always want to see that P-shape form. Currently, we are seeing that with a little gap right here, which is below our current range. And we tapped the value area high. So that's an area to at least not get overly confident in longs right here. So what I'm looking at for today is that we had last week that war news during the weekend. Then we had a range reclaim, and since then price has basically gone vertically up. And right now we are seeing signs of a range right here with R1, R2, R3 shows a Wyckoff model 1. And if we look at when this like the third tap was set, that's during hour 0. That's like a little not a little, but a big confluence for me. When you have your taps and they align with strong pivots, that's generally a very strong indication that this high is a strong high and likely to hold. So what I'm looking at is that we had this last move up, which was very strong, where there was no market structure in that leg, so you couldn't confirm a breaker structure. But we have R1, R2, and then R3. The 3 was printed during hour 0, so a strong pivot. So what I'm looking at right now is that I think this high is likely to hold. And we have left behind supply right here, a naked point of control, and we have that strong pivot that was printed. So I'm looking for price to move into this supply, preferably during the New York session between 12 and 15 UTC. Then if I see a rejection, I will short it. To be safe, you can put your stop above this high, because you don't want to, for the Wyckoff model, it will be invalidated if you take it high again. And also from a time perspective, the P1 is located here. So if you take that out, then we will simply go higher, and then I'm looking at 109, 1010. For now, price held this local demand zone. So if we can push up here, we also are leaving all this liquidity behind created during the weekend, which is often a level the market likes to take out. And then below that we have this liquidity trail. So I think that short right here makes a lot of sense. So I will look at that. Price needs to come up slowly in it, and preferably give a low time frame breaker structure. And then it's a short with technical target is right here. But I will let some run, because basically from here you only have liquidity, so that can be a pretty quick move towards at least these levels. But the perfect scenario for me would be to retest the range low area around 101K. But we will see what happens. The market will decide. We can only predict or react on what happens. Let me quickly show you the stats for the day. Low P1 flip risk, so that's what I just said. On time statistics, 27% of the days took out the daily high. So like 3 out of the 4 times it doesn't take out the daily high. And distance statistics is 32%, so that's also in favor for that high to hold. And then we can see unlikely that P2 is in 96% and here 98% of the days. So our current move from high to low is from this high to this low is, let's see how much percent is that. It's 1.3%, so we can see that in 90% of the days, around 98 and 95% of the days, both on time and distance statistics, we will see a bigger displacement as we currently have. So that either means that we will get into this level and then make a way much lower, or we will take out the highs and make a move higher. We can confidently say that we either make new highs or new lows, and since our our third tap is at hour 0, and this current low is during London. I'm pretty much leaning towards lower prices, so big area of interest for me is to look for shorts in this area and then target the lows. That's basically the plan. We can quickly look at USDT dominance. This one is still trading in this larger range where we had a pretty big deviation above the range high, and currently price is back in the range with our range high right there, range low right here, and in the middle, so not generally the best place you want to position yourself, but we can see that locally price has is forming a range here, is leaving liquidity behind. So a nice confluence would be to get your 1, your 2, and then your 3 right here, which are higher low, which would align with Bitcoin making a lower high in supply. I think pretty clean plan. Then I quickly went over some charts. I marked them out now with green colors. That's worth my attention. Orange is a little bit worth my attention. The rest is not worth my attention. If you have coins that you want me to add because they're good trading pairs, let me know. Then I add them every morning and go through them all and see what's worth the attention. So right now we have Altcoin potentially forming some form of a PO3 right here with this is the manipulation, and then we can go lower with this liquidity trail. However, I'm not really liking it. We still have demand lower. We are leaving locally liquidity behind at the highs, and we have supply right here. So I'm looking if we maybe get a push up. If we then start distributing here, that this is R1 and then R2 or 3 gets formed here, then I'm looking to play this PO3 and then target these lows. But we need some more price action for that. ONDO, high time frame, extremely interesting for longs with our 1 or 2. So any retest of the range lows here is where I will be looking for heavy swing longs. Right now, price is forming a local range here with it has just taken liquidity, a 1 or 2 liquidity trail behind. So I'm looking, a lot of coins look pretty similar to this, where also here P1 is at hour 0, P2 is at hour 10. So hour 10 is a terrible pivot, while hour 0 is a good pivot. So I'm also here looking for price to come back into supply, break low time frame structure, and then it can be a short, which you can turn into longs down here, because this is where I'm looking for longs. And let's see, we have APT. Normally I don't really like trend lines, but sometimes they can give some extra confluence. Here we have 1, 2, 3. Currently price is around that trend line, and that's often where retail traders think we get a huge breakout and they start longing like there's no tomorrow. But it's often where on the first attempt, if you have 1, 2, third attempt is often fake, and then if you go down, the next one, fourth one is often then the real breakout. So, it's in the Netherlands, it's 30 degrees plus. That's not something we are used to, so I'm sweating in my room here. And I'm still gonna go to the gym after this, so wish me luck. But on APT, we are leaving some liquidity behind. I just have some alerts in this supply if we reject their potential short, not high probability. ONDO already had SUI, same story. I want to keep it short because I got a lot of messages that the shorter ones are preferred. So I will keep it at this. I think plans are pretty clear. Bitcoin is always leading. The other coins are looking pretty similar, so can take them in confluence with Bitcoin. But general plan, slow move into supply, preferably during hour 12 to 15, break structure, get into short. If you want to be safe, this is a really good invalidation. First TP, second TP, third TP, range lows. Pretty clean in my opinion. Keep in mind that it's the last day of the month. Also 6-month candles get closed and also quarterly. So generally that's a place where you can see some fuckery. So be careful. You don't want to start the month or end the month with some stupid losses. So just stick to the plan and wishing you all a great day and already a great trading week. Cheers.